22-2 start. How did you see that switch flipped, and what does that tell you?
Well, I think it switched not at halftime. I think it switched when we get down 22-2. You know, we prepare our guys to understand how much pressure this team plays with defensively, and you know, we even talked about we can talk about it, but you know, it's going to take a little bit of time to feel out, you know, how you know what their defensive style is. You know, but we got to be better with our pressure release and you know, all the things we do to counter their pressure. We didn't do any of it in the first quarter. So you know, that put us on our heels a little bit defensively and got off to a slow start. But after that, we kind of settled in. You know, didn't panic. This team over the last couple games, after some slow starts, hasn't panicked. Understand it's a long game, and you just focus on our execution, and we were able to turn it around.
And then LeBron's second half run and just some of the plays he's making, even the dunk that he has when he's coming back in, coming off in the 3 overtime games. So what he told us the other day, he doesn't get tired, you know, even in year 18. Just wondering your perspective on that.
It's just you're watching greatness, you know, and he has these stretches. Obviously, he's just you know, a big part of what we're doing as a team. But he has these stretches where, you know, the game just comes so easy to him, and you know, whatever he wants to do, he's able to do, and it's really remarkable. You know, what he's doing, whether it's year 18 or year 10, you know, it would still be remarkable. But you know, obviously, at this point in his career, to see him doing these types of things is, you know, it's just special. And obviously, he was a big part of the win tonight.
Okay, Dan Wakey, please.
Rick, I got a question about Kyle Kuzma, to be clear. Your time with him, he's really made a leap as a rebounder. How much of that is role acceptance? How much of it is just maturity as a player? How much of it is coaching?
It's all of the above. You know, I mean, we're, you know, obviously when AD came here, Kuz's role changed. You know, it's going to be a team built around AD and Bron, and they're going to be the primary options offensively, and you know, he's going to be more of a second side scorer and find ways to impact the game type of role. And you know, he's really taken that and run with it. You know, there's a lot of different ways you can impact the game. As he's grown his offensive rebounding, he's really gotten comfortable with that aspect of his game, and has given us a huge lift, you know, and just creating a lot of extra possessions that are helping us win games. So, you know, it's just a testament to understanding there's many ways you can impact the game without scoring, and you know, what he's doing on the glass.
Roll with it in the second half. 115-105. They get to 21-6. They've won 7 straight. LeBron James with 28, 9 of 15, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, standard. Kuz with 20 and 10. AD, 35 points, 16 of 27, 9 rebounds. He's speaking with the media. Let's listen in.
AD, what's the feeling like in the huddle when you guys fall down 20 in the first quarter, knowing that happened to you guys last game, and knowing that you're back and Caruso's back, and you're in practice trying to work on those things? What are you saying to one another?
Stay together. We've proven that we can, you know, come back, and it's early in the game, but we've proven that we can come back from deficits. Now, obviously, we don't want to be in those situations, but you know, it was just you know, stay together, continue to trust each other. They made some tough shots. You know, Valanciunas got going in the beginning. You know, KA hit some tough shots. You know, Grayson Allen, all those guys making some tough shots around the rim. And we just continue to stick with our game plan. We tighten up on defense, and we're able to get back in the game. You know, we missed some shots, you know, some easy shots. But we continue to trust one another, trust our work, trust our game plan, and was able to get the victory. Come on, Ro, making all that noise, man.
Eddie, have you ever seen a player who can just turn it on like LeBron does and has over this, you know, 7-game stretch, and especially there at the end of the third quarter tonight? I mean, how does he do that? What's it like to be around it?
Yeah, I know a player can do that. You're talking to him. You know, no, man, he's special, man. He can flip a switch. I mean, you know, it makes our job a lot easier, but. You know, he's a talent. No wonder. I mean, it's no wonder why he's, you know, in the MVP talks. In conversation with the greatest of all time and all these things, you know, because he's able to do so much and have that switch like you talk about.
All right, Kyle Boone, please.
Hey, D, obviously you're shooting very well. It also looked like at times you were kind of flexing your right calf and ankle to see how that goes. What was sort of the balance of how you felt today? How close did it feel to being 100%?
It felt great going into the game, but as you play, because I'm always using, you know, that Achilles tendon is just got sore towards the end, just constantly moving on it, but. You know, it felt great coming to the game. Felt great throughout the game, but late game it kind of was bothering me a little bit. You know, I felt like that we had the game, you know, in hand where I was able to, you know, and coach felt that way where I was able to, you know, sit down the last 2.5. But felt great, get some treatment on tomorrow, and you know, throughout the day and get ready for Denver.
Okay, we're gonna go to Rashawn Haylock, please.
Hey, AD, when there's a free throw at the opposite side and LeBron comes down to the bench and you and him are talking, kind of what are those conversations about? You guys are down, you know, pretty big early in the game. I've seen you get a few times this season. What are those conversations like?
We're just talking about how to get back in the game, just talking about the game. You know, telling him about some plays that I see from the bench. You know, he tells me about plays he sees from the bench. You know, figure out how we can, you know, get the lead. So we're just constantly trying to help each other, you know, with our game, things that we might not see, or some miscues that we saw that we haven't had a chance to talk about. And we talk about it then. So there's not many times where we both on the bench, so we can't really, you know, discuss it besides timeouts. But usually that's when coach is talking and things like that. So we try to use those times to talk about what we see to help us out on the floor.
Okay, Dan Workey, please.
Hey, Andy, I have two for you. First one quickly. With the Achilles, have they told you this is something that you're going to be dealing with for a little while, or is this something that you could go away with treatment?
It could go away, obviously with rest and things like that, but I'm not trying to rest, so just trying to keep it, you know, as loose as possible and make sure it's not, you know, I want to say it's not the actual Achilles tendon where, you know, you guys are thinking about, whereas, you know, it can be scary. It's, I forgot what the name of it. It's something that's over that's pretty sore, so it's not the actual tendon, which is why, you know, it's comfortable for me to play and get it loose. So, and the doctors and training staff feel comfortable enough for me to go out there and perform as well. So, it's just something that's going to continue to, you know, get better. Constantly doing treatment on it throughout the day, throughout the night, and wearing stuff in my shoes to help out the pain level, and wearing tape and all these things to make it feel better throughout the course of time, and eventually it'll get very, very good. I'm able to just go out there and play and not worry about it.
The second question I had for you was, in the 2 years you've been here, how big of a change have you seen in Kyle's, the sort of overall comfort in what you guys need from him?
Who, Kyle Boone?
Just especially, not Kyle Kuzma. No, most certainly not Kyle Boone. Kyle Kuzma, the valuable Kyle.
Nah, he's been good for it, man. He's grown. His playmaking is better. His catch and shoot has been better, and his value for our team has grown from, you know, even the beginning of last year to now, and he's making huge plays for us. His effort and energy is there every night. He's rebounding, making the hustle plays. Things that you know didn't see a lot of last year. You saw spurts of it, but now you're seeing it every game with him, and you know he brings that spark for us, and you know with his shot making ability, and like I said, his playmaking has gotten better with his passing and things like that, and his energy and effort on the offensive glass. So he's made a jump. He's made a jump, and he's shown why. He should be here. He should be in the rotation, and